Wow, I can't believe that we're in the month of November and we've got such great weather. Well, as you can see, I'm here at the world famous Niagara River and fishing at one of my favorite spots, which is the base right at Niagara Falls. I've got the Horseshoe Falls to my right, the beautiful American Falls in front of me, and I'm down here just shore fishing. I've got my backpack with all my gear in it, 3 rods, a large landing net, and I've got the chance of either getting Chinook salmon or rainbow trout and brown trout. I don't think I've ever fished down here when the weather's been so nice. The water is so deep here, and as you know, the Niagara River connects Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, that you can virtually catch any species of game fish, from warm water game fish like bass, walleye, and muskie, and all of the coarse fish, to many of the species of cold water fish like migratory rainbow trout, brown trout, lake trout come up the river, and in the fall, at this time of the year, Chinook salmon. So I'm not sure what I've got on here. It hit well. Looks like it's a beautiful rainbow trout, and it's got tons of energy, and this is going to be interesting. I've got to get my net, which is over here. So I got to give this fish a little bit of slack. I've loosened off on my drag because I don't want it to get hyper from the shallow water. Okay, as you can see, I brought a long-handled landing net with me. The main reason I don't have waders on today, I'm just wearing some overalls, because when you're shore fishing like this, it's very easy to get dirty. You can see the inside of my pant legs just from rubbing on the rocks. Hoping that I can get it in the net from this angle. All right, it's in the net. You know, a lot of migratory trout fishermen will use spawn, they'll use bait like worms and so on, but I find that you get some of the most aggressive hits when you use artificial lures. It's gorgeous steelhead. So I'm just gonna put my rod down, and I don't know if I can get the hook out without my pliers. I'm going to try. So I'm just going to swing this fish right in front of you here. Isn't that a pristine steelhead? And you can see that spinner. That fish was caught on a number 4 spinner that's got a blue body and a silver blade and a single hook. So this is what the anglers in Western Canada would be fishing. In my case, it's got a barb, but if you were fishing on the West Coast, you'd have to use a barbless hook. Okay, now while I talk to you about this lure, I'm just going to put the net in the water so that that fish can breathe. Okay, so he's right there in a nice little spot. Now there's something a little bit special about this spinner. You can see that it's got a bell shaped on the body. That bell actually is loose, it spins around. And see inside, there's a mechanism that looks like a gear. Believe it or not, when this spinner goes through the water and the water goes through that bell, it rattles back and forth against that mechanism inside, kind of like a dinner bell, you know, if it went like this. So you've got the rotation of the blade, which provides the flash, and then you've got the vibrations from the actual bell. Isn't that a gorgeous fish? You can see Niagara Falls in the background. Look at that sun just glistening off the side of it. So this fish has not been in the river long, even though we're November, because you can see how silver it is. Gorgeous spots. This is a male. You can see he's got a little bit of a kype. And I want to get him back in the net and in the water. And because I don't have my waders on, you know, having this basket net, you can see how the fish is lying almost flat. Is really nice because it's not going to go deep inside the bag. And then having the long handle, even here, where I've got to stand on rocks, you know, way up, you can see that it was very easy to release the fish. And believe it or not, this net with the long shaft, you know, compacts down by just pushing that little button. It goes in, so it's very easy to walk even through the bush. And you can see that it's a fiberglass shaft, which I really like. And the fact that it's bright yellow, a lot of times if I'm putting it in the trees or bushes when I'm walking down the river, it's very easy to see. So the fiberglass not only is really strong and lightweight, but it's very good for spotting it when you're trying to remember where you've left it. And trust me, I have left nets on rivers. Wasn't that awesome? Can you believe the weather? This is beautiful.